everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. 2025 is around the corner, and if you're watching this video, you're desperately looking for ways to level up your life. 2025 is your year. The year you finally level up your life, hit those goals, and become the best version of yourself. And in this video, I'll give the blueprint to make this happen. I'll share about the goal setting, habits to master, mindset shifts, lifestyle changes, and productivity hacks to stay consistent, which you can start implementing in your 2025 New Year prep. So let's begin. As usual, I have divided this video into chapters so that it's easy for you to watch. Chapter 1, goal setting. I'll share the step-by-step process to set your goals for 2025 so that you succeed in achieving all your 2025 goals. Step 1, 2024 wrap up. Before you set your 2025 goals, I want you to wrap up your 2024. Officially bid goodbye to 2024. Take out your journal and write a letter to 2024. What was it like? Goals achieved, failures faced, lessons learned, mindset shifts that happened, mistakes made, the best moments of the year. On the whole, how do you feel about 2024? Pen down everything. To make this even more fun, list down all your favorites, favorite movies, music, podcasts, courses, books. This will give you a clear picture of 2024, and also you will get the clarity on what you want for 2025. Step 2, your 2025 vision. Now imagine yourself at the end of 2025. Journal down your achievements, lifestyle changes, mindset shifts as if everything has already happened. I want you to write this in a past tense. This journaling method is called scripting, where you imagine yourself living your dream, which is a powerful mindset to be in. If you find it difficult to visualize and script your 2025 vision, here are some key prompts for you. Ask yourself, where do you want to see yourself at the end of 2025? What habits you are following? What does your days looks like? What are the goals you are working towards? Who are you with? How are you styling yourself? Even you can use Pinterest to scroll across pictures to identify what lifestyle, habits, goals, aesthetics that inspire you the most. Create your 2025 vision board, and I have already shared a step-by-step guide on how to create your vision board previously, which you can check it out. Step 3, the goal setting. It's time to set your 2025 goals. You have already journaled down your 2025 vision, which you can use to break into your 2025 goals. To make this easier, I recommend you to categorize your goals into big goals and mini goals. Big goals transform your life. Mini goals are things you do it for fun. Have 3 to 5 big goals and a small list of mini goals. Please don't write to get fit, to be healthy, or wake up early, because these goals are so vague. Since these goals aren't specific, you will slip into the old patterns of your life where you chase these goals, procrastinate, and end up abandoning these goals forever. So be specific as possible. Instead of setting your goals to be fit, ask yourself how fit you want to be, what steps you will follow to achieve it, within what timeline do you want to achieve this goal. Asking these questions helps you to clarify your goals better. Remember, only if your goals are specific, you will be able to achieve them faster. Step 4, the action plan. Your goals remain unachieved until you create a foolproof action plan. Like I said earlier, ask questions to break down your goals. Do your research, gather your resources, and start breaking down your goals into simple actionable steps that you can follow consistently. This will look like researching on YouTube, reading blogs, listening to podcasts, creating workout and meal prep playlists, setting up your habit tracker, and laying out your workout clothes. So for example, if your goal is to lose 10 kgs within June 2025, then your action plan will look like this. Number 1, researching about ways to lose weight. Number 2, find out the best kind of workouts for my body type. Number 3, researching the healthy recipes that suits my lifestyle. Number 4, meal prepping every Sunday. Number 5, working out 3 times per week. Number 6, eating healthy 6 times a week and 1 cheat meal per week. Number 7, sleeping at 11 p.m. every night. Look at the details in this action plan. When you say, I want to get fit, your goal looks vague. When you add numbers, frequency, and timeline to it, your goals become specific. And when you break down your goal with further research and resources, it becomes achievable. This is just an example. You can break down this even better. This is what you should do with each goal of yours. And please don't wait for Jan 2025 to break down your goals. Do it now. I have created a Notion goal planning template for you, which consists of all these factors I have just listed above. So you can just take out this template and lay down your goals, break it down, set up your vision board, create an action plan, and track your goals on quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily basis. I have linked this in the description box below, so check it out and make use of it. Chapter 2, mindset shift. As I always say, if 90% of achieving your goals is due to hard work, that remaining 10% is about your mindset. But first, you need to master that 10% to accelerate your process of achieving your goals. At one point, your goals are going to overwhelm you. You will face obstacles, or even life throws unexpected twists and turns. Eventually, you will procrastinate them. What will you do then? This is quite normal. This is the time your persistence is tested. You should be ready to deal with it. Mindset shift number 1: overcoming limiting beliefs. Oftentimes, we limit ourselves more than the external factors. This is why many dreams die in the mind before you execute them. Our mind is such a powerful tool that whatever you feed in, whatever you believe in, works, even if it is a negative belief. This is why you need to be very careful with your self-talk. So let's get this out once and for all. Write down all your limiting beliefs related to your goals on one side and the positive shifts on the other side. For example, if you think I'm not good at working out, then shift it to I'm new to workouts, I'm still learning it, and with each day I'm getting good at it. Can you notice the difference? Do this for all your goals and compile all these positive beliefs as affirmations and note it down in your notes app and repeat this every day. I have been doing this for more than a year now, and it tremendously helped me overcoming my limiting beliefs and shape my inner dialogue as the positive one. Mindset shift number 2: embracing discomfort. It looks shiny and fancy to set your newer goals, but the real problem starts once you realize how hard it is to do something out of your comfort zone. Let's again take the fitness goal as an example. If you're a person who is not used to working out, suddenly when you start working out from Jan 1, it's obviously going to be harder. Your legs will pain, you will feel tired throughout the day, your body will ache like it's the end of the world, you won't feel like getting up early for the workout the next day, and your mind will start screaming, let's give up. This is because your body is new to the routine. Both your mind and body gets challenged when you suddenly start to working out. Your mind voice will start sounding negative. Don't trust that and still pursue your goals every day. Be it working on a new project or learning a new skill, this is common with every goal because you are getting outside of your comfort zone. I know it is easier to say get out of your comfort zone, but whenever you feel like quitting, just imagine the dream life you have visualized at the end of the year. You will get to live your dream life only when you get to embrace the discomfort every single time. Only with consistent efforts, you will prove to your mind that you have all the abilities to achieve this goal, and this is completely possible for you. Once you create enough evidence, your mind will no longer bother you with such negative thoughts or stop you from working towards your goal. And the next time you set a similar goal, you will face less friction towards it. The sad yet funny part is you have to face this every single time whenever you are setting a new goal. But that's the beauty of life. You set goals, face challenges, embrace discomfort, stay consistent with your efforts, create evidence, achieve your goal, and finally unlock a new version of you. Mindset shift number 3: overcoming fear. Fear kills more dreams than failure. We constantly create imaginary what-if scenarios in our mind, which 99.99 times doesn't even happen. Fear of success, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of committing mistakes. There are so many fears we are facing every day, which is affecting us from living our dream life. When I was in school, I said no to a lot of speaking opportunities because of this mindset. Once I get out of the fear, I'll say yes to it. But guess what? I never got out of the fear. Instead, my fear grew bigger. That's when I started to say yes to the things that scared the hell out of me, but still I wanted to do those things. I remember it all started with a school assembly speech. I prepared my speech so well, practiced it all week. Once I stood in front of the mic in the school assembly, I could literally hear my heartbeat. I was taken aback when all eyes were on me. I started my speech, but suddenly I forgot the next line, so I paused. That created even more fear in me. Then again, I restarted the speech without making any eye contact with the crowd. Somehow I managed to get the flow when I started to shift my focus to getting my lines correctly instead of the fear. That's how my first speech turned out. The immense peace and satisfaction I got after completing the speech motivated me to participate in this even better. Over the years, I have given so many speeches and seminars in my school and colleges because I decided to walk through the fear. And that's, my friend, is the only way to get rid of it. You will never get rid of fear unless you actually do it. You might be worried about the result or stressing yourself to complete a goal within the set timeline. It's better you shift your focus towards the process and not the result. And when it comes to the fear of judgment, no matter what you do it and how you do do it, people are anyway going to judge you. But you know what? That's just for a minute. Later, everyone is busy worrying about their life. When you start realizing the fact that you have to walk through your fear in order to achieve your goal, you will unlock the new version of you, and you are a step closer to living your dream life. Chapter 3, your 2025 habits. A quick disclaimer, I'm not going to recommend you to follow certain habits. Instead, I'm going to guide you to set your own habits that aligns with your dream lifestyle. So let's get into it. Number 1, look back at your 2025 vision and decide your 2025 habits that align with your dream lifestyle. Don't follow some random habits just because someone else is doing it. You will end up no longer be consistent with it, and you won't have any motivation to do it. So look into your 2025 vision and plan your 2025 habits. Don't go overboard with more than 3 habits when you're starting out. Number 2, download a habit tracker instead of using a habit tracker in your planner. Over the years, I have tried using habit trackers in the planner. The problem I face here is after a point, I fail to make a note of the progress and carry forward it to the next month. So I stopped using the habit trackers you could see in the physical planners. But ever since I started using a habit app, I have become insanely consistent with my habits. Never a day passes by I check off my non-negotiable habits. It's been a year and I'm still obsessed with it. I'll attach the link to the one I'm using it currently so you can check it out. Number 3, have a morning routine and an evening routine. Your life is not all about work. Every successful person has a set morning routine and evening routine just to boost their day and to unwind their day. So to set your morning and evening routine, ask yourself, how do you want to feel at the start of the day and how do you want to feel at the end of the day? For example, if you are a person who loves slow morning routine and you want to feel relaxed and calm, meditation is a habit you can start with. Similarly, for your evening routine, if you want to self-reflect and get out of any work pressure thoughts, then I highly recommend you to complete your day with journaling. Number 4, start small and scale up from there. If you're new to reading books, don't set the target of reading 1 book per week. Instead, pick a book from your favorite genre, set a 5-minute timer to read every day, slowly build it up to 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and even 1 hour. This is the best way to stay consistent with your habits for a long time. And currently, my morning routine is like meditation, repeating positive affirmations, visualization, and journaling. And my evening routine is like watching my favorite show, planning the next day, sleeping before 11 p.m. Chapter 4, productivity hacks that help you to achieve your 2025 goals faster. Over the years, I have tried so many popular productivity hacks and brought down the ones that personally worked for me to achieve my goals every single time. Number 1, creating work blocks instead of planning hour by hour. Planning hour by hour doesn't work for me, especially at this stage of my life. So I have allocated a chunk of my time for a particular set of tasks. For example, my first work block starts at 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. My second work block starts at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And even I have assigned specific days for specific tasks so that my focus doesn't get diluted on different kinds of tasks. Say for example, Monday is my scripting day where I script content for my socials like Instagram and YouTube. Tuesdays are my shooting day where I have good hair, so I sit down to film my reels and my long form YouTube video that you are watching right now. Wednesday is my editing day where I edit and schedule my reels and edit my long form YouTube video, which probably takes hours. Thursday is my catch up day where I catch up on some admin tasks and any pending task that I haven't completed until now, like creating YouTube thumbnails and answering to emails and messages. Even if I need more time to edit the video, I split that work between Wednesday and Thursday. I do all these work in the 2 work blocks I have mentioned earlier, which is a sufficient amount of time to get all these tasks done. So what I recommend for you is, if you have the privilege to work from home or set your own work timing, then find out your productivity time and allocate tasks accordingly. When you do this, please consider your lifestyle as well. Since I'm pregnant and I have limited energy throughout the day and I have to divide it between my household work and the YouTube work, I have split my day into 2 work blocks. Productivity hack number 2, get done with a difficult task at the start of the day. Each one has different opinions on getting tasks done. For me, getting the most difficult task out of my way is the priority. This way I can relax for the rest of the day. My logic is that when you get done with a bunch of less priority tasks and then move towards the difficult task, probably probably you will be exhausted by the time and procrastinate on the difficult task, ending up postponing it to the next day. Understand which task has the most impact in your life and get that done first so that you are moving the needle towards achieving your goals. Productivity hack number 3, plan your week before. I swear this saved me so much of time every day. Every Sunday, I plan my task for the week. Roughly, I'll write down all my weekly goals and allocate each of these tasks from Monday to Friday. Doing this basically takes less than 30 minutes, but it'll cut down the brain fog on what task you need to work at the start of each day. You can get up, get done with your morning routine, and straight away jump into the work. This is the beauty of planning. You can save time by planning in advance. You can follow the same strategy for getting your groceries for the week, meal prepping on every Sunday, laying out your workout clothes the night before. Productivity hack number 4, plan your goals quarterly and review your goals monthly. I don't believe in monthly goals because most of the goals are so huge that it doesn't sit within the timeline of a month. At least 3 months is required to complete a big project. This is why I plan quarterly, but I schedule time to review my goals at the end of each month. This monthly review helps me to understand the progress I'm making in each goal, what is working and what's not working, and which path I need to take moving forward in order to complete it within the set timeline. Productivity hack number 5, work based on your energy levels. This is something I adopted recently, especially after marriage, because your energy is divided between your family, your household work, and also your professional work. So every day is not the same. Some days you have low energy, some days you have high energy. You have to respect that in order to be productive without getting burnout. So based on your energy, allocate tasks. Get most important tasks done on the low energy days and schedule time for rest and relax. While on high energy days, work on your most difficult tasks. Get as much as done as possible. Chapter 5, your homework. As usual, I'm ending this video with a homework because I don't want you to get out of it after watching this video. So your homework task number 1 is recap your 2024. Journal about how you feel about 2024. This way you're wrapping up 2024 and gaining more clarity on 2025. Homework task number 2, write down your 2025 vision. Ask yourself where do you want to see yourself in 2025 and create your vision board. Homework task number 3, set your 2025 goals. Have 3 to 5 big goals and a small list of mini goals. Homework task number 4, do your research, gather resources for each of your goals and create an action plan. Homework task number 5, write down all your limiting beliefs related to each goal. Adjacently, write the positive beliefs. Make a note of the positive beliefs in your notes app so that you repeat this as your daily affirmations so that you're training your mind to get rid of the limiting beliefs. Homework task number 6, download your habit app. Whether you're using an iPhone or Android, I have provided options for both in the description so you can check it out. Set your daily, weekly and monthly goals. And lastly, set a deadline for each of your action plan and start working on your task. Plan your goals the week before to exactly put your energy into the important task to get done with your goals fast. And that's it. We have come to the end of the video. Complete your homework and I wish you all a very happy new year 2025. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel so that we can explore self-growth together in 2025.